Manchester United 3, Burnley 1. Get in there, my son. Really pleased with that from Manchester United. We put a strong team out there today and got the job done. Pretty much roughly the lineup that you would have expected Manchester United to go with, apart from Pogba was on the left. Greenwood started off on the right hand side. Rashford was in the striking position. I thought it would be Cavani in the striking position, and then Greenwood on the right and Rashford on the left, and Pogba and McTominay as the midfield too. But it wasn't until the second half that we brought Fred off and brought Cavani on and went with that starting. I would have gone with the starting lineup, but pretty much close to what I thought was going to be the team. But when I see the team, I thought obviously it'll be Greenwood up in that striking position instead of Marcus Rashford, although I wasn't 100% sure on Marcus Rashford's fitness for this game. But not a great first half from Manchester United again today. Pretty poor. I mean, we know what Burnley are going to do. I mean, that was a fucking hairy moment the first fucking minute. I mean, today Dean Henderson, what the fuck, was shaky throughout this game, and it was nerve-wracking. I mean, that first 10-12 seconds, Wood could have scored. At first I thought it was a goal, and then I see that it is actually slightly offside. I don't even think they used the fucking VAR for that. It didn't look like because it didn't come up on the screen that they were using VAR. But it could well have gone to VAR, and it would have been given as offside because it was offside. But what the fuck, Henderson coming out there and getting nowhere to be seen. And really that first half was pretty average for Manchester United. I wasn't sure who the substitution was going to be at half time, because Manchester United were bar and far toothless in that first half. Rashford had a shot that was saved by the goalkeeper. It wasn't Pope in goal today. He's out at the moment with injury, but their goalkeeper didn't do too bad in place of him. But Wood was their main threat up front, as I did say that, and I said that corners and free kicks would be Burnley's best opportunity to get a goal in this game, and that was where Manchester United were going to have to be alert and assess the danger from Burnley in this game. Greenwood did miss a good chance in that first half, which maybe he could have scored, but wasn't maybe the easiest of chances, but could have been a tap in there. Could Edison Cavani maybe have scored that? I'm not too sure, but the big man was on at half time for Fred. I had visions of it being for Greenwood actually. I mean, Greenwood wasn't that great and effective in that first half, and to be honest, I didn't think it was his best game today, Greenwood, but he's got himself two goals. I gather he's got the second one. Got himself the first in the start of the second half. And I thought when Manchester United went 1-0 up with Mason Greenwood scoring, I thought then Manchester United would go on and get maybe another 1 or 2, because I thought that then Burnley would have to come out. But Burnley got a quick corner after that, which was fucking bollocks, because as I've said, set pieces could be their play, and Manchester United were in no man's land, and it was headed free into the net, and Manchester United were on top of quite a bit after that. Really, Manchester United controlled most of it, had most of the play. I mean, Burnley weren't bad today at all. They weren't terrible at all from opposition for Manchester United today. I just thought that, where they are in the league, they lost last weekend to Newcastle. I was expecting Manchester United to go out there and have the lion's share of possession throughout this game and just put them under pressure from minute 1 to minute 90, but it wasn't really the case today. But they got that quick goal back, which I think if they hadn't got that quick goal back, they'd have had to have come out and attacked a bit more and left a lot more space in behind. But that's where Manchester United probably would have taken Marcus Rashford off and brought Dan James on, I think, if it had gone another 10-15 minutes where they hadn't got that equaliser. It just was unfortunate of Manchester United that we let it in straight after, because if they'd had to come out a bit more, perfect for Dan James on the counter-attack. It really would have been. That pace from them on the counter-attack would have been devastating, because I don't think Rashford can really last a full game at this moment in time, which is worrying for Manchester United. But we've got a free week coming up, which is fucking great for Manchester United. We've got the second goal late on in the game. I'm not sure, is it about 80 odd something minute or whatever it was when Greenwood scored? I can't even fucking remember. It hit someone and went in. Them sort of shots would have been going wide a few weeks ago. That is the life of a Manchester United, of a forward in the game. Sometimes you have a load of shots. I remember a few weeks ago he had a couple that hit the post against West Ham, was it? shots just not going in, and he had a good game then. I thought he probably was better that game than he actually was today, but that shot hit someone and went in the net. It wasn't going to probably go in otherwise. I don't know if it was going on target or not, it was difficult to see, but I think he was credited with that goal anyway, which is good because he's got his goal tally up a bit, because he has been criticised for the lack of league goals this season, so that would then take him to 5 for the season, which isn't great, but considering how poor he was for a while in this season, to get 5 now is decent. Hopefully he can get a few more before the end of the season. Probably not double figures now, but in terms of all competition he should reach double figures. I think that's 9 for the season now, so not what he got last year, but he's contributing better now lately than he has done earlier in the season. And it was a concern when he only got about 1 goal in about 18 games prior to scoring against Leicester. It was concerning, it really was, because I was thinking, what the fuck's happened to him? At one point he was really performing poorly, and I was just hoping that he could get back to this form that he showed last season, because yes, he's a young talent, but you do never know if a player will get back to that. I mean, people do say about one season wonders, and obviously I didn't think that with Greenwood going into the season. I was confident that he could hit 20 goals this season in all competitions, but he's had a rough patch, a lot of problems, maybe off the field problems as well, but it's nice to see him get a couple of goals when he maybe wasn't at his best today, and he's got a couple of goals, because that is the key for strikers. I mean, Cavani's got himself a tap in as well late on in the game, and you often see that with the likes of Rashford and Cavani when they're not on their best games, that they're affecting the game. And Rashford's got himself an assist for the first one, I think it was, he got himself an assist, and he's got a lot of assists and goals this season, Rashford, when he hasn't been and nowhere near at his best. And that's where Greenwood's got to obviously keep going and improving and being effective when he's not at his best, and still getting them goals and assists, because that's the real top players do it, and that's why they're kept on the pitch for 90 minutes. But at this moment in time we can't keep Marcus Rashford on the pitch for 90 minutes, which is a massive concern for Manchester United. But hopefully this week's rest for Marcus Rashford can do him the world of good, because we haven't got a game now till next Sunday. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will have to give Mason Greenwood man of the match, because he won us the game in the end, even though I didn't think he was his scintillating best. But I'm really pleased, because when he's not at his best, if he gets 2 goals, we're fucking great, and hopefully he can continue that between now and the end of the season. And we are now closer to Man City at the top. We're not going to win it, but just closing that gap, just putting pressure on them, and it bodes well for next season. It just psychologically, couldn't get my words out there, psychologically, Manchester United will go into next season with that mind that we've closed the gap. Now we can move forward and look further to next season to try and close the gap even more. It's just mentally, it'll be good going into next season knowing you're closer to Man City. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching this on Facebook, please do hit that share button, and come on United.